Hello, Bill Molyneux here for Bill's Wargame World, and you're about to watch a video on the Gettysburg Toy Soldiers Show in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, August 25th, 2024. There are interviews and a lot of cool stuff to see. I hope you enjoy the video and watch it all the way through the end for Mr. John's Gettysburg Miniature Shop. Well, Bill Molyneux here for Bill's Wargame World, and we're with Mr. Steve. Mr. Steve, what's going on here in Gettysburg today?
Well, today is our August Gettysburg Toy Soldier Show. We have one in April, but this year it's going to, or next year it's going to be in May. But this is our second show of the year, our last show in Gettysburg. I'm a Gettysburg freak. I live in Michigan, but I love Gettysburg. Love the history, and somebody some years ago said, "Would you take over this show?" And I said, "Sure. I love Gettysburg. Any excuse to go to Gettysburg." So here I am. And
Now, a Toy Soldier Show, I'm seeing a lot of 54 millimeter, and that's all I wargame in. Is that primarily what this is?
primarily, the old collectors collected 54 millimeter. Newer collectors are going more toward the smaller wargaming figures. But Marks, the plastic manufacturers back in the 50s and 60s, all did 54 millimeter. And that's what we're all used to playing with when we were kids. So that's what we started collecting. When we started collecting, I started collecting 30 years ago. So.
Well, that's amazing. And I'm looking around. We're going to do a video of your shop or your entire convention here, or whatever you want to call this. The Toy Soldier Show. It's an amazing. Just looking around. And then after I get all my video done, I'm going to come back and ask you a few questions if that would be okay.
Sure, I'll be here all day.
All right. Well, thank you
and
very
tomorrow
much.
and the next day.
And I hope you stop and visit the Gettysburg Miniature Toy Soldier Shop.
I make a point to.
All right.
And I always love going in there, and I've been going in there I've been coming down here since '93, so I've been going in his shop as long as I can remember.
And I guess I need to ask. I bet you have a pretty good collection at home yourself.
I collect too much, but yeah, I've got a basement full, two bedrooms full, dioramas, and I also collect military trains, and I have several customized military trains. And unfortunately, the train shows don't. I can't find any train shows anymore. But anyway, I collect a lot of different things, and it's my wife's fault because she got me collecting when we started dating.
All right. Well, I'm going to walk around and get some videos
Absolutely,
of the tables.
absolutely.
Thank you, sir. Well, we are at the Gettysburg Toy Soldier Show at the Eisenhower Hotel. Mr. John of the Gettysburg Miniature Shop is here.
Well, good morning.
And oh my gosh, it's none other than Goober, the traveling bear. All right, well, we're going to hit these tables. And oh my gosh, Mr. John has Bill Molyneux Games, War of 1812, Struggle for New France. So, let's, got some Britons. And Goober's supposed to be helping Mr. John, but like always, he's already sleeping on the job. Now, the Toy Soldier Show has an awful lot of 54s, 1/32 scale figures. However, there is some unique toy soldiers here. Look at that. Very cool. Dioramas. Look at that. Raquel Welch. Now this is very unique. The Invisible Man. Wow, there's Catwoman back there.
It's signed by Yvonne Craig. It's actually signed by her.
Wow. Well, there are tables galore of all kinds of models tanks, collectible figures. Just amazing.
Yeah, especially against when
Toys from the 50s and the 60s.
when you
There's items here already I'm seeing that I've never seen before.
I've spread out
We're going to let this video go a bit.
and I know, and it's great. It's just like
Really amazing.
you got to keep your eye open, not to be a passenger because
These are friction tin toys made in the 1950s. Very nice table. And in the background, I know those Disney characters are worth quite a bit. All right, let's go hit. There's a lot of tables here, so let's go check them all out. Well, over here we have a real nice collection of artillery pieces and figures, all flats. There's a nice collection of 54mm metal. A lot of collectible. These are $10 each. Shermans. They're about, I'm going to say 80mm. There is so much to see here. Quite amazing. Display case after display case. Really, really neat. All right, let's see along here. This is like the Mecca of toy soldiers. Now, if you're older, you'll remember some of these. An awful lot of collectible figures here. All right, let's go hit another table. All right, well, we got another table. This has got a lot of Britons. The nostalgic feeling of all these figures is quite amazing. And there's some stuff here. I've never ever seen these little space alien guys. They're totally unique. We have some cows, livestock, horses. Look at that. A castle. Just amazing. There's a two-man submarine. Here we have more Britons. These are the H.G. Wells style figures that he would have used. All right. Well, let's go hit another table. Well, Mr. Steve's table here, he's got some incredible things. He has the Marx Mountain. Wow. Marx figures galore. He's got the 54mm Marx playset Desert Fox, Panthers and German armored truck. It's really neat. Now he has his boxes of Britons. Collectible figures galore. Here we have a nice set of ball dancing.
That's his table.
Wow.
Yeah, I know he's here.
Look at this. We got some haystacks.
On the left-hand side of the tent.
They're really cool.
Those three tables are here.
I just want to see if it's shut.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
From 11 to
And
5.
this guy has the shop here too.
30 Baltimore.
Well, here we have another cool table. Look at that. All right, as we continue our walk, we even have war comics here at the Toy Soldier show. The Galaxy Commander play set by Marks. I don't even ever remember that one being produced. Jellystone National Park. That one would be a Goober would really be into that one. Let's pop open a box. Wow. Combat Sears 1963. All right, let's go around and check some more. Well, here we have more collectible figures. Good morning. There's a real nice selection of painted figures here. We have I believe a French Char B tank here. These are very nice sets. All right, and you have to look at the floor. There are items for sale everywhere here at the Toy Soldier show. There's a staff car. Excalibur Castle, the 100 Years' War. Lord of the Rings figures. Well, as you can see here, they're still setting up, but we are working on getting our video started. All right, well, over here we have Captain Bloods and the Buccaneers. That's a cool play set. Heartland Farm play set. Mark's made play sets for everything. There is the Holy Grail of play sets, the blue and the gray. Zorro is $800. Oh wow, we've now run into some of the large Mark's figures. Okay. And we got lots of Mark's figures here. You know, they're the Flintstone play set. Fort Cheyenne. We have some naval guns. So this show is huge. It has a lot of everything and a lot of collectibles. There's some really unique things I've never seen before. There's like a werewolf, an alien. There's a Gunsmoke play set. Man from U.N.C.L.E. That's cool. All right, let's see what's along in here. The miniature play set Battleground by Marks. And we have astronauts. 100 astronauts. All right, let's go check out that batch of stuff there. Here's some cool tubs. There's nothing more fun than going through tubs of plastic soldiers. You never know what you might find. And there is some really neat play sets we're going to check out over here. There's Fort Apache, Western Town, Roy Rogers, and again more of the large Marks figures. Really neat. And what's cool is all these plastic tubs with figures in them. Really, it's almost overwhelming. Fence sections. All right, look at this. Now these are old giant hing fat figures. They were very inexpensive when they were produced in bags in grocery stores. 1/72nd scale they were. Zap them again. I had a lot of those when I was growing up. All right, let's go hit some more tables. Well, here we have another table with Avalon Hill games. Everyone loves Avalon Hill games if you're the older generation. Look at this. A Bonanza TV show wagon and horses for $60. Just a lot of collectible figures here. And it is really amazing all that they have here. I was told there are dealers that have driven as far from Alaska to be here. Let's see what's on the reverse hook. There's a buckboard wagon and horses. There are a lot of deals here. A lot of good pricing. It's not outrageous. Well, here we have another table. They have some aircraft. Forces of Valor vehicles. We have Britons. That is cool. We'll come down here and have more Britons. H.G. Wells would be very excited in this toy soldier show. And we have the large Marx figures. Walt and our Wargaming group collects these. And then we have some armies in plastic. Okay, let's go hit another table. Well, this is a very unique set. I'm going to say it looks German to me, Prussian. Let's see. Oh, here we have best quality since 1989. A very, very nice collectible set there. Well, look at that. That's a really cool artillery piece. We got some flats. It's quite, got Vikings. Well, just, so there's a seal hunt, polar bear. Amazing, all the figures. Well, Mr. John, we're here at the Toy Soldier Show. It's amazing here.
It's great.
What do you think?
It's terrific. They have 2 shows a year, big crowds, lots of great stuff. A lot of good people as well, of course. But there's some amazing things. Phil, take a look at this. This is a toy shop miniature that this artist put together.
Okay. All right, this is a Toy Soldier shop miniaturized. Now, is that cool or what? We'll get over here. So if you were to be small, and you'd have to be smaller than Goober, you would walk in. We're going to come around the other side. Look at that, miniaturized Toy Soldier shop. Selling toy soldiers miniaturized. That is quite the concept. Well, here we have more of these collectibles. This is the British We have a Roman army. Very cool. Now there are still some booths setting up. We're going to be going back and visiting more. Let's go. Also, we're going to probably try to get a couple interviews. Hello, sir. I think you have a shop in Gettysburg.
I do. My wife and I own the Antique Center of Gettysburg. Her name is Colleen. We've owned the business for 7 years. We took over from another gentleman who had it for about 15.
Very neat. And what do you have here that you brought to the Toy Soldier Show?
Today we have a lot of different items. We have some team miniatures. These 3 figures here, they come from a museum in Philadelphia. We bought those at auction. Got some plastic because that's a very popular area now. And then we have some Britons and other different manufacturers. I've been doing toy soldiers for about 40 years.
And I've noticed there's a lot of Marx figures here.
Absolutely, absolutely. And there's some bargain pieces around. If you look around, there's some really good Marx figures available. So,
well, I have to ask, I know you have a shop in Gettysburg. Would you mind letting my audience know where you're located and your hours?
Absolutely. We are at 30 Baltimore Street. That's right off the main square. We are open every day but Tuesday. Sundays it's 12 to 6. The rest of the week it's 10 to 6.
All right.
All right. Appreciate you interviewing me.
All right. Thank you. And Goober the Traveling Bear will give you 2 paws up.
Okay. Great.
Well, here we have another table with some incredible figures on it. There's a neat set there. All right. Now, you got to look down below when you come to the Toy Soldier show. There's 2 of these a year. There's some really cool knights down there. And then 50 cents each or 10 for $4. I mean, that's a great deal. If you need horses. This is a really good, and look at that, the Holy Grail, the Navarone playset. Now we have tubs here of Marx logs and tree stumps, and here we have knights. Now we have some play sets. That's the Battle of New Orleans, Davy Crockett, Captain Blood and the Buccaneers. Alaska play set, Super Circus. Wow. All right, there's endless tables. Stay with me, everyone. All right. Well, I drove almost 2 hours to do this video, so we're going to make it long. Really neat. A giant tank. There are so many neat items here. Really neat collectibles. By buying them here, you're saving on eBay costs and shipping. Oh. Combat Troops 100 piece. Really neat. Jungle Assaults. There's stuff here I've never seen before. I mean, I've never seen Combat Troops 100 piece set. Have a few books. Oh wow. The Johnny 7. Look at that. Now, how many people remember that? It had like 5 different shooting things. Of course, now you shoot your eye out. It's look at these Battle Action Combat set. That thing is huge. I mean, that box is probably close to 4 feet across. Think of that Christmas morning. These design and draw Battle Action. And then we have a Western wagon playset. Really cool. Well, here we have a Fort Apache. I've seen more Fort Apache sets in the last hour than you can ever imagine, and all different types. Here's a Fort Apache. Here's another one. Mark's Vintage Collectible Playset, $60. Fort Apache, $85. Another one for $75. I mean, this is Fort Apache Mecca. There's a Ben-Hur chariot. Now that's cool. We come along here, and we got more Fort Apaches. Everything is priced to sell. I really have to say, and I follow 54mm pricing, and really good. There's no one here really at all that I'm seeing where the prices are outrageous. I mean, they're fair. And let's see about getting an interview. Well, Mr. Mike, can you tell me what you have on your table?
Well, I have a lot of Civil War figures. I got Mongol warriors that I've made, some out of clay, some plastic. I've got some World War II figures here, Germans here with the tanks and everything. I've got some clay wounded and dead figures here. I also have some houses, burning houses here. I got plastic sets that are painted.
Very
War
nice.
1812, British and American. Got those. Then I'm selling some other sets here that are painted Civil War figures and things like that. I also have some other things down here, and I've got some books I got to bring in yet.
How about telling me about your cloth? So how about this cloth? It looks interesting.
Yeah, this is a drop cloth that I painted with spray paint, brown, gray, green, and you can use them to put down for your wargaming armies or just for a diorama. It's perfect. Perfect. You can.
Now, where did you get the drop cloth? Is it like at Lowe's?
I got that at where was it at? Not Lowe's. The other, what's it called? Home Depot.
Home Depot. Okay. Well, very nice. This Toy Soldier show really is amazing. Where'd you drive in from for you?
Oh, Owings Mills, Maryland.
All right.
Yeah, Owings Mills.
Well, thank you very much for the interview.
Okay.
Well, here we have another table with some incredible figures. You go from table to table, and there's so much neat stuff. Look at that Brent carrier. They go up in flames on the war game table. So, and every table has something different. So when you come to a Toy Soldier show, there's 2 a year, there is something different at every table. You're not going to see the same thing from person to person. And look at that. That is amazing. That is a nice set. They have a lot of stuff from Europe that you would never normally see in America, too. And here we have H.G. Wells' Britons. Really neat. Where did you fellas drive in from?
New Jersey.
So these fellas came in from New Jersey, and they brought some really unique European stuff. So let's go hit some more tables. It's going to get busy soon when they open up, so we got to get these tables all videoed. Holy cow, $40 for this Kettencraft. It's goober size, but man, I don't know. Bringing home something like that, Lisa might not be all that excited.
So that way you don't have
She thinks Goober has enough crazy things. So here we have more Britons. Really nice sets. Very nicely priced. That's a nice set there. Really incredible amount of... Look at that. That's really neat. All right, let's go hit more tables.
Okay.
Well, Mr. Larry, what do you have here at your table?
I have a little bit of everything, and I'm taking half off quite a bit of stuff today, too. Try to sell some stuff and keep everybody happy.
Well, that's cool, and I see you
Mostly
have
all
some
Mark stuff.
a lot of Mark stuff.
Yes, sir.
And how far did you drive to get here?
6 hours
6 hours.
from Ohio.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, at least you're in Gettysburg. You can do some touristy things.
Yeah.
Can I walk over to these play sets?
Yes. These are all
Yeah.
mine too.
I've never seen.
This is sealed, never been opened. Mint in the box.
I've never seen that one before.
That's one of the last play sets that Mark's put out.
Really?
Yes.
The sci-fi play set.
Yep.
What's your best, Larry?
Wow.
I do 4 on that. That's because it's my buddies. He wanted 5, but I said I'll get what I can for you.
All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Larry.
Thank
I
you
want to
so
hold
much.
you up while you're trying to make money.
Oh, that's okay. I'm
And
here for the fun.
So this Alamo play set looks like it could.
That's a nice set. Too.
Nice set.
Yep. It's known as a John Wayne set because of the gateway and stuff on it. It's plastic instead of the original Davy Crockett at the Alamo. It came out in '55, and it's got a metal gateway and all the walls. This is metal except for the plastic gateway.
All right. Well, I'll let you get to working here.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for taking time to talk with me.
Well, there is so much stuff here. It is quite amazing. And there's a lot of these loose figures too, 50 cents, 25 cents, $1, depending what type they are and the rarity. And then as we come along, the bag sets are really cool. Just amazing of all the stuff here. Now I am trying not to go so fast that it causes somebody to get motion sickness. But there is some nostalgic stuff here. Look at this bulldozer. I could use this for the fighting CBs. A Lee Grant tank. No top turret. Probably you could find a top turret somewhere here in all this stuff. Armies in plastic. Well, that's a really cool fort. And then the Battle of Pork Chop Hill. That's neat. What do we have here? Look at this. This is a great trench system. I don't even want to turn it over to find out how much it is, but I bet it's at least 600. A lot of these different resin stuff, foam has been discontinued. If it was Barzio, there's a Carry All Nights, and boy, there sure is a lot of stuff. We have more Britons.
Take a little extra time to look around and see what I need.
All right.
Or what you want. No, need. If I want
We have some more Britons up here. All right. Well, here we have another set. There's some really old French Indian War figures in there. I know the history of these. These actually came off of the diorama from the Plains of Abraham when it was redone about 20 years ago. There's such a wide variety of product here, it's inconceivable. There's a lot of collectibles. Here's really neat. Well, look at that. We have a Rolls-Royce armored car. That's so cool. There is. So this show opens at 10, and everyone is busily working to get their tables up and running. We have so much stuff here. It's here we have some collectible diorama type figures. Okay, we'll pause the camera here. The dinosaurs are cool. I had to come back and do more dinosaurs. Large dinosaurs, $3 each. That's pretty cool. These artillery pieces are very nice. They're metal. All right, let's go hit more tables. Mr. Larry, what's your toy soldier show that you're going to have?
This is my second one. I did one last year for the first time. It worked out real good. There's going to be a lot of plastic there. There'll be other toys besides play sets and soldiers. There'll be some old comic books, sports cards, anything toy related and child related from like the 50s to the 70s and 80s. It's on September the 7th at Bucyrus, Ohio at the fairgrounds from 9 to 2.
9 to 2.
No admission to get in. I've still got about 10 tables left if anybody wants one.
Oh, I had a question on my, while I've been here, I received a question if there was any slot cars here. There's none here. Do you know if there'd be a
I've got a few Hot Wheels that I'll probably bring too. Yeah, old ones.
Okay.
Like the 70s and 80s.
Because I guess my channel is drawing in some slot car people. So I've got a few people asking if I see any slot cars around.
That's cool.
All right. Well, thank you.
All right. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Hello, sir. What do you have here on your table?
We do mostly books. We have a store for the historian, so we do a lot of military history.
And you're located in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania.
That's right.
Right off the diamond.
Yep, exactly.
All right. I'm going to start here on the right, and maybe you can just tell me what you have. Some Osprey books.
Sure. We carry all the Osprey stuff. We also carry the Case Made Illustrated, which is really nice. The Schiffer books are great for hardware if you're a tank, plane, ship guy. Try to bring some useful Civil War stuff to the show, even though most people here are pretty good with the Civil War. They don't necessarily need maps, but you never know.
You never know. And how about we walk along your table and tell me what else you have? I love bargain bins. What's $1 each?
Yeah, all kinds of stuff. That's just stuff that we wind up picking up in the occasional odd collection. But like in the store, we pretty much carry Britons exclusively. Like I said, and plastic. We sell. This is one thing. I'll tell you what. This is kids from all across the country come into the store, and every kid wants a bag of toy soldiers. People who think toy soldiers are no longer popular, it's just because kids don't see them. And I'm talking all kinds of kids. Kids who you think would be like, there's a stereotype like, oh, Johnny can't have a toy that has a gun or whatever. But all boys and girls love these things. So,
and you got a tub full of them, and they're priced to sell.
Exactly. I mean, we kind of want them in the hands of kids.
All right. And what's in this box here?
177 stuff. Real cool.
All right.
World War II, a lot of Russians. All Eastern Front stuff.
Well, I know you have a really cool shop, and when I lived in Gettysburg, I would often stop in. And I hope you have a great day of selling your awesome product. And your hours at your store and location, so my viewers can find you.
So it's 42 York Street, right off the square, like you said. We're open 10 to 5 every day, except Fridays and Saturdays when we're open until 7.
All right. Well, thank you very much, and have a great day.
Thanks, you too.
So, Tom, what do you have here? And, I buy stuff from you all the time at HMGS events. So what are you doing here at the Toy Soldier Show?
Well, we've got some Avalon Hill games, good old fun strategy games there. Got some.
Could you tell me about this really interesting?
They made this in the late 60s, I think, for the TV show Bonanza. So this is just the chuck wagon that goes with it. We have all sorts of stuff, some Britons and some.
I see you have your dad with you. And, he was just showing me some of the unique stuff you have here. Can you tell me about the French figures with the French flags? Because Being that I'm huge in the French
Yeah,
Indian War.
these are French made, and apparently the flags I think are the different provinces of that were in France, if maybe are still there. Um,
Probably made.
Guy Renault, I believe, is the maker on those.
They're very neat. They look very old.
They're probably, they go back probably to the 20s, something like that, I'd say.
What else do you have along the board that's interesting that I should hit for the video?
Just
So what do we have over here?
just a variety of plastic, some marks, some. I always kind of liked these Starlux figures made in France.
Cool.
They were nicely done.
I see you have a pegboard of some odds and ends that are quite unique. What's the figure there with the looks like Buffalo Bill or something?
Yeah, those are old Mark's Warriors of the World.
Warriors of the World.
You know, the cowboys. They made all kinds of different periods.
Well,
different games.
Yeah, it's really nice to see you guys here. I always try to buy something from your tables at the war game conventions, and it's neat to see that you're selling and some really nostalgic products here.
It's an easy show for us to do because we live in Shippensburg. I have a little antique store there, and it's just an easy and comfortable show to do here at Gettysburg.
All right.
So I recommend anybody that has any interest at all of any type of figures to come here.
Well, thank you for the interview. And we're going to go on and we're going to look for Mr. John at the Gettysburg Miniature Shop. Wow, here we have more play sets. I've been seeing several of these Flintstone play sets. They must have been quite popular. Of course, Flintstone's semi-based on the Honeymooners. You have to be of a certain age to know what I'm even talking about. And we have some neat figures on this table. And the Fort Apache. Some Mark's tin. Really neat. Just Sons of Liberty. Then we have some loose Marks, and that's really neat. All right. There's some really old Marks figures there, and they're really priced to sell. All right, let's go look around some more. Well, Mr. Mike, what are you doing here at the Toy Soldier Show?
Well, I'm Mike Prendergast, and I own Warhorse Miniatures. I make 3D printed miniatures, mainly early American history, woodland Indians. And I've been recently doing Plains Indians, and I also do medieval figures too, Vikings and Saxons.
How about you showing me down the line here?
Okay. Over here just depicts just like a colonial militia during the French and Indian War in English.
Okay.
And it's different colors, like the green was supposed to represent Pennsylvania. And they're all based on the Virginia Regiment. That's what the models were based on. So I have them in blue, and then I put them in red because they could be like the Royal Americans.
Now, what's a set like this go for?
$42. This is 54 millimeters.
Well, it's beautiful detail. And as people know on my channel, I only wargame in 54.
Yeah.
Now, I got to ask you, the natives up here look really neat. Did you do these too?
Yes. Those are Ojibwe Indians. And this is a character figure of Charles Langlade. He was half French, half Native American.
Okay.
I think he was Ottawa, though. But
and you have mother. Some. Now, this is a really neat piece here.
Those are Plains Indians, and it's two women. It depicts them putting the teepee together as they're stretching it out, the skin or the cloth.
And in my reenacting days, I've done that a lot. So let's go down the line.
That's Krampus.
Now, that is a cool Krampus. And he's chasing a child. Every December 9th or so, Goober the Traveling Bear hides because Krampus is coming to look for him. All right. It looks like we're coming into some Native Americans.
Yeah, this depicts like a warpath party. They're on the warpath. So they're all in motion, just like if they were running through the woods. That's an Ottawa war party.
Well, Mr. Mike, I'm going to get asked a question from my viewers. How well do these figures take paint?
Oh, they're great.
Okay.
I don't have any painted with me, but a lot of guys either they just paint them like this or just like war gaming. I usually do war gaming style, prime and black or dark gray, depending on what you want to do. Yeah, they're made to paint, but I make in different colors because some collectors don't want to paint.
As you know, the old Marx figures and all.
Oh yeah,
they didn't hold paint well. Now
so this is a resin. So this is I scale these to go with the butternut and blue Civil War. So these are plastic, but these are mine. These are
really nice
resin.
Very
Confederates.
Incredible detail.
Thank you.
Well, let's hit this village. I'm gonna, even though I'm over 60, I'm gonna crawl along the floor for my viewers.
So I started working on bark teepees for. I'm in the middle of making a Ojibwe village, or they could be used for other tribes. These are the wigwams, the bark wigwams. Some natives, women.
What's one of these go? $35, $40?
This is $30. These are $25.
Okay.
There's a French Jesuit I was working on. So I'm designing all kinds of new sets. Here's by Plains Indians, and here's the buffalo skinners. Two women tanning the hides, or just stretching them out, scraping off the flesh.
Really nice. It's nice that you're making I've never seen that before. I mean, it's really unique that you're coming outside of the box on some of this.
Right, I'm doing. I'm a big collector, so I'm doing things that I haven't seen, or just I haven't seen in 3D printed or plastic. I try to make things realistic, but it's still to go with toy soldiers, so it's not super detailed. It's just enough detail where you're like, oh, especially if you paint them. So I got different style teepees. This one is supposed to be like if it was using the buffalo skins, hides, like they were sewn together, and it's supposed to be like a cloth, or it could, just.
And then what do we have down here?
These are Crow Indians.
Okay.
These are
Cheyenne
dog soldiers.
Okay.
And here's Sioux.
Wow.
And I have a Ojibwe. And if you go further down, I started doing Civil War. It's mainly, I started with Confederates. I was asked to do a marching set. So I was waiting. Next year, I'm going to do a lot of Civil War. But this year, it's like a genetic, it's not based on any regiment or anything. So I started doing marching. I did the wounded. And now I'm doing the skirmish set.
I have to ask, this figure here looks more like maybe a 70 millimeter?
Yeah, 75. I made a few of these figures, scaled them to be bigger.
Well, that's really
so
neat.
Somebody's just, doing different things.
And it looks like you have a helper with you, Miss Carolyn.
Yes, yep.
And what do we have on your back section here?
Here's more French and Indian War.
My French Indian War Army is huge. And look at that. We have French Marines with their fatigue cap. That's really rare. So if you're a French Indian War gamer like I am in 54.
I'm working on some new French Marines now, too. I have them actually in the box. They have the more traditional with the tricorn hats.
Right.
So that'll, probably in a month or two, I'll have those sets out.
Cool.
I'm doing a camp set, too. I have... where's the tents? I have French tents too.
Well, you have some really neat product, and it's very different. So, how can someone order the French Marines with the fatigue cap and the natives? So, how do we order these?
You go to my website. I have a store page, and I accept PayPal. And
that's pretty easy to use.
Right. You just put it in the cart, and if you see something that's not available, just send me an email because sometimes they're in stock, sometimes they're out. But usually, if you make an order, I'll have it out within a week or two.
Oh, that's good.
You know, and most of the sets are made on demand, so you make the order and I produce it. The newest sets I have usually like 5 or 10 sets in stock already, and they just get shipped out.
How far did you and Miss Carolyn have to drive to get here?
About 3 hours. We live near Lake Ariel.
Okay.
Pennsylvania.
All right, and we'll just hit your sign one more time. And I really love the log cabin.
Everything's American made.
And I got to say, up in Erie, you have a really cool fort. And I'm going to say thank you very much for this interview.
Thank you.
So, John, are you ready for the doors to open here for the Toy Soldier Show?
I'm ready. I'm excited for all the people to come in and check the show out today.
Well, I know your favorite assistant, Goober the Traveling Bear, has shown up,
Yeah.
and he's going to probably be useless, but...
That's all right. He's on the payroll. I'll have to make him do something.
All right. Well, he doesn't do much in all the different places we take him to.
Wow.
I hope you sell a lot of product.
Well, thanks, Bill. I appreciate it. Enjoy the show.
All right. Is your dad watching the shop?
Yep, Dad's watching the shop today.
I tried to make a video there yesterday, and it was swamped. It was over 30 people. It was like being in Das Boat.
Well, that's a good thing, I guess.
Yes, it was.
No, it's nice when the shop's busy.
I thought he was going to have me help him run register at one point. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, everyone, it's almost 10 a.m. All the vendors are set up. Goober is here helping. And they're going to be opening the doors in about 3 minutes. And there is a lot of toy soldiers in here. Toy Soldier Show is done a couple times a year. A lot of collectibles, a lot of good deals, a lot of stuff I've never seen before or only on YouTube videos. So it's just really cool to see all the great stuff. Just so much collectibles. All right, let's hit a few more tables yet. Look what I found at the Toy Soldier Show. Bill Molyneux games. Very cool. Well, here is a really neat table with some really cool knights. We have some very nice collectible figures. Just amazing of all the collectible stuff. I'm noticing a lot of stuff from Europe, which is unusual. And then we're going to go right across. These are $15 each, or 2 for $25. Really cool how they're little vignettes with a backdrop. I mean, that is really thinking outside the box. Really neat. Let's see what we have down here. The Battle of Lagos. G.I. Joe.
Convention sets.
Wow. It includes one American battleship captain and one Japanese battleship captain. Very cool. Let's get a... Very neat. Look at the big B-17 Flying Fortress. Oh my goodness. He's pointing to a giant B-17 Flying Fortress. Now, if I brought that one home, I'd be looking for a new place to live. And my car is big enough, but my wife would not be happy. We're going to switch over. Wow, that's incredible. This radio control, what are you asking for it? Wow, that's an incredible price, because just for a remote control airplane, normal is $100 or more. Well, Sheriff John is here from Broome County, New York, with none other than Goober the Traveling Bear. Well, it's amazing to see you here.
Bill, it's always a pleasure to see you, and Goober is always a pleasure to see.
And did you get your Sharps Rifles diary book from Jason?
I got my book, and I'm on page 183. I was reading it last night. It's an excellent book. Jason's book is great, and I just started rewatching the series now. Now you see the stories behind the series, and I'm like, this is amazing.
Did you watch my review on the book?
Yes, I did.
Did you think I was accurate with some of the crazy things I did?
Pretty much, yes. It's amazing how things are over there. But
yes.
It was great. Great review, and like I said, it's always a pleasure to see your videos, and always a pleasure to see you.
All right, and
Goober, of course.
And Goober's working hard. Well, thank you very much. Go buy a lot of figures.
Oh, I will. Oops, don't wait, no.
Well, we have another table. We're going to sap that off. What a cool artillery piece that is. Really neat. Here's some very nice collectible European figures.
And I painted both of them.
2 what?
2 YouTube channels.
Oh, nice.
So, well, Bill Molyneux and Goober the Traveling Bear are going to say we're signing off here at the Toy Soldier Show in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Stay safe, be kind, be courteous, and if you have an opportunity to visit a Toy Soldier Show, you need to visit. They have a lot of neat product, a lot of neat product, and oh my goodness, there's Sheriff John of Broome County, New York, right over there shopping. Stay safe, be kind, be courteous, and thank you again. Well, I went over to Gettysburg Miniature Toy Soldier Shop on Steinmore Avenue, Mr. John's Miniature Shop. It was swamped. I couldn't make a video, so I did some still shots of his Battle of Gettysburg, Little Round Top, and Devil's Den. So here you have some pictures of the exciting 1/72nd scale diorama that he set up. I guess they're going to play a game he told me in the following week. The Devil's Den and Little Round Top terrain look fantastic. He's using a lot of old Airfix figures in this 1/72nd diorama. And sadly, I couldn't make a video of the shop. He must have had 35, 40 people in there. And with the Toy Soldier Show going on in Gettysburg, he was just very busy. There's Sheriff John with Goober the Traveling Bear. As you know, Sheriff John treats Goober and I wonderful. And there's Goober with his Scoots barbecue travel bag saying, stay safe, be kind, be courteous. Thank you for watching my channels. And don't forget, the more you watch, the more I can donate to historic sites each month.